This is my favorite thing to do with Opie. It makes me laugh so much. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Opie, ready? Did you get it?
Oh
It's Opie, come on here. Opie, I love you, honey. I love you. Usually, like, he's a little more calm and he just lets me do it.
Opie.
I love you. Come on.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh. I just wrote something, and I'm just gonna read it. I love you forever, Opie, and I know that I will miss you for the rest of my life. You've been a literal ray of sunshine in my life for the last 8.5 years, and I'm so grateful for all of our time together. Thank you for taking care of me and helping me heal. Thank you for making me smile and laugh so many times every single day. Ashley and Opie, we're a great team. I loved everything with you. Thank you for being the best little sir sidekick. The hardest part about this is that you're not here to lick my tears. You always cheered me up. There'll never be a chiller, cuter, or sweeter Chihuahua on this earth. You made so many people happy everywhere you went. You were excited, playful, and such a sweet boy right until your last day. I know your love lives on and the loss is felt by many. I loved watching the smiles and joyous reactions of the people we would walk by on the streets as this cute little prancy dog trotted toward them excitedly. I'm on day 3 of crying, almost nonstop. Cuddling with your favorite blankie and toy, and just feeling the void of your presence with me. For a tiny dog, you had a big energy and personality, and I will forever miss you around me, Opie. Opie had surgery in May due to complications from the size of his heart. They literally told me that his heart is too big for his little body. So fluid was backing up into his lungs, and his big heart was beginning to fail. That was one of the scariest days of my life. Driving to the vet while Opie was struggling to breathe and lifting his head and his nose as high up as he could, as if he was trying to keep his head up above water. I waited almost 12 hours to find out if Opie made it through surgery or not. I spent the entire day talking to Opie and doing Reiki on him, as well as praying he would make it through, repeating, please, not today, please, 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 not today. Hang in there, Opie. I asked Sarah to please be with him and bring him back to me safely. I believe she was with him, and I believe a miracle happened that day. It was on the same day that Sarah died 8 years ago that Opie's life was saved. And I know that that's no coincidence. Since May, Opie has been on medication, and he was doing so well. and the vets were honestly shocked by how well he was doing. I thought he would live a lot longer, and I know I have to be thankful that he stayed with me for one more summer after that day in May. Opie had an amazing summer and did not suffer at all. The evening he passed was very, very unexpected, but also very peaceful. He died in my arms, on his favorite blankie, on the way to the emergency vet. I'm so happy he was in my arms. I don't think he wanted to make it to the vet. And I know I would have hated if he passed on alone in a room without me. Nothing will ever replace my love for this incredible little dog. He has a beautiful soul, and I'll always feel him with me. We did everything together, so everything reminds me of him, especially the rain. It was raining the day I picked him up, and it was raining the day that he left. I miss you so much, Opie. I miss you so fucking much. He spent his last summer off leash, running around on a beach, basking in the sun, which was his favorite thing, eating barbecued meat, because he's a king and he deserved to be treated like one. And I know he couldn't have been happier. I had to take care of Opie in his last days, but he always took care of me too. He was with me during a time of grieving and a deep depression that went on for about 5 years. He was with me while I learned how to heal, began to love myself, and was by my side as my life continuously got better and better and better. On the day that I move in with the love of my life and we begin the rest of our life together, Opie left. Another thing I know is no coincidence. In the hours before he died, he kept staring at Zach. He wouldn't look away from him. This cute little nose down, eyes up kind of look. Later, we both felt like it was Opie saying to him, "Looking at you, man. I'm heading out, so take care of her, okay?" Something like that. I've thought to myself, maybe we could have saved him. Maybe he could have got to the vet sooner. But a part of me feels and knows, as painful as it is, that it was actually perfect divine timing and he was ready to go. And the last thing he did was get up and reposition himself on my lap to turn around and face Zach. It is so odd to be so happy and so sad at the exact same time. I am mostly sad though. I can't stop crying. I'm in such a beautiful place and I was so excited to share this with Opie. It feels like all of my life force energy has left my body. I am depleted and exhausted. But I'm waking up to a view of the beach and I so badly want to walk down there with Opie beside me. And instead I'm just breathing through this, feeling grateful I'm here to heal and feel sad for as long as I need to. During a conversation with a dear friend yesterday, or the day before, I don't remember, she shared some thoughts with me that I really loved. She helped me realize that I'm definitely a dog person, an animal lover in general, and that my life for the past 8.5 years has involved several walks a day and caring lovingly for a dog. It's been a constant in my life. Through so many changes, I've had a dog by my side. She went on to say, the way she sees it, There are two types of people who love dogs. There's the ones who have a dog they loved so much and they never move on to love another dog after their passing. She said these people seem to always be a little bit sad forever. And they always talk about their one great dog. Then there's the people who have many dogs in their life and love all of them and give all of them great lives. And in her opinion, that's the best path to coping with the sadness that never truly leaves. As sad as I am, and as much as I know I'm going to miss Opie forever, I think that I am a dog person and I have love for many dogs. Every dog owner knows that they don't live forever. And it's one of the most heartbreaking experiences ever. But that's the way that it is. And it's okay. It's really fucking sad. But it's okay. A part of me felt like it wouldn't be honoring Opie to get another dog. But I no longer feel that way. Opie's harness is wrapped around a beautiful bouquet of flowers that Zach felt compelled to buy and bring home. I know the flowers are from Opie too, to comfort me, which they have been. One of my favorite things was smelling Opie. He had such a unique and honestly really good smell, especially his paws when he was fresh out of a warm blankie. Zach is, in my opinion, a highly intuitive and spiritual person, although he would never use those words. He definitely has a strong connection to his intuition, which I believe is our connection to our soul and all the souls who have ever lived. I believe Opie's soul was nudging him in certain directions that day, and he was feeling it and listening to it. After getting me 3 different types of flowers and 2 orchids, Zach felt the urge to pull into the driveway of a lady he knows that works for the SPCA. He talked to her about getting a new dog after the loss of one and inquired about any rescues that may be available. She was very encouraging of the idea and proceeded to direct Zach to some puppies available at a different SPCA location. That evening, with Opie's harness and the flowers in my lap, Zach and I sent an email to inquire about a dog named Rupert. It was the one that immediately stood out to both of us out of the 4 available. I'm very aware that the process of adopting a dog can be difficult, especially a puppy, which most people are hoping for. So I held Opie's harness and said, "Opie, if you want this for us, make it happen, okay? But I'm okay either way." I didn't have high expectations, and I honestly was too sad to really feel excited about anything. But I felt that if Opie wanted it, then it would happen. And I honestly thought it wouldn't happen. Not right away anyway. So the next morning, Zach kept checking his emails and refreshing over and over, still nothing. So finally, we read on the website, on the SPCA website, that apparently they don't always contact everyone that emails. So Zach, being Zach, following his gut feeling again, decides to call them. He told them about Opie and our home and told them that this dog could not go to a better home than ours, and simply said, please, if there's anything we can do to go above and beyond. She was very sweet, but she went on to say that there's a ton of emails that they have to get through, and there's a whole application process, and although she feels for us, there's a lot of interest in that puppy, and it actually may already be spoken for. We said we understand and thanked her for her time and asked if she could just let us know either way. She said, of course, and then the call ended. Literally 20 minutes later, she calls back to announce that the puppy is ours and we can pick him up tomorrow at 4. I was shocked and happy because no one gets a dog that fast, especially a puppy. But I couldn't deny that clearly it was meant to be and approved by Opie. Zach called the lady who he spoke to and knew from the SPCA in our area that referred us originally, and she was literally floored to hear the news and repeated the same thought that I had. She said, no one gets a dog the next day. She's like, we just spoke yesterday. No one gets a dog, not the next day. So I'm convinced that, yet again, this is no coincidence. The first Opie miracle was his presence in my life, and again when he decided to stick around a little longer after that horrible day in May. We were trying to think of a way to honor Opie with a name, but nothing was coming to mind. Opie was 5 months old when I got him, and he already had his name. His previous person told me that she named him after Opie from Sons of Anarchy. And although I still have not watched the show, I've heard many times that Opie was the coolest character. A badass with a soft side, just like Opie. A little badass with a big attitude and a big heart. So Zach, who's also never watched the show, decides to look up if Opie from Sons of Anarchy had a best friend. And he did. Opie's best friend was Jax. I burst into tears again, because in that moment everything felt confirmed and everything felt right. And if it feels like the perfect way to honor Opie, because every time someone asks why we named him Jax, we will say, because he's Opie's best friend. And I love that. I will miss you forever, Opie. And I'll never stop being sad. But I know you wouldn't want me to continue crying, and that's going to be hard to do with little Jax running around. And I know that somehow you made this happen. I love you, Opie. Thank you for everything. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for listening. You want to go outside, Opie? No? How come? Why not? Is it 'cause you pooped inside? Yeah? You took care of it?